do you guys plan on expanding the DCC as new digital comics companies come online, or is it just going to stay this core 5 companies right now?
Min, why don't you take that one?
Oh, I mean, no. we want to expand. Go ahead, Mark.
Well, no, I'm sorry. Absolutely. I mean, there's, it kind of defeats the whole purpose of what we're doing if we decide to become a walled garden unto ourselves. The idea is that we want to encourage other digital, publishers to come and talk to us and join with us. And as long as they're willing to share information as well as absorb information like the rest of us have, I think there's a place at the table for guys like that. I think we concentrate a little bit more towards looking at publishers rather than individual creators, although I'm not, none of us are averse to individual creators. I do think we tend to look at, we tend to give more of a favorable eye towards publishers as opposed to just distributors. Because if that, it's one thing to just say, I mean, Comixology is a good example, and I like the guys at Comixology a lot, and I think it's a very good service and a very good company, but they do not produce their own material, and therefore the challenges that they face and the sort of things that they deal with on a regular basis are not quite the same things that we're talking about. It doesn't mean we would turn them necessarily away, but that's a good benchmark. In other words, if you're coming to the table with skin in the game in terms of actually producing material, actually, having, questions about how to market it, how to monetize it, how to do that. That's the kind of thing where I think we're all agreed that those are the people that we're more interested in the coalition.
Mm. So do you see companies like as DC and Marvel expand there? I know Madefire does some work with DC. I don't know if Marvel's doing any work with small publishers. Do you see one day getting those guys into the coalition somehow?
Good question. I would say, I mean, at this point,
I guess that's like inviting a shark to a lunch party. I guess
I wouldn't say that. I mean, right now we're
no, but it is like inviting a battleship to a catamaran race.
That's a better analogy, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we like today, for example, I've talked to a group called Making Comics. Patrick Urick, who I think worked with Mark at Thrillbent, but he runs like a nonprofit organization that wants to help people make more comics, and he wants to figure out a way to help creators get into different digital platforms as well. So, I mean, just somebody like him, a group like that would be hugely beneficial for, I think, for our coalition. And also like the Meltdown. I mean, working with Meltdown has been really great. We have a insight to, how consumers are and readers are experiencing comics today. So those kind of knowledge and experience is very valuable for all of us.
My closing thought with the Digital Comics Coalition, I think this is going to be great for the consumer overall to see companies getting together and basically everybody working really hard and throwing a lot of resource at trying to make a better product for the consumer in an age where comics is in a kind of a modern renaissance right now. With Netflix making the Marvel products, all the big budget movies, thousands of creators all over the world getting noticed, getting out there, people coming from obscurity to high profile. Like there was 2 ladies from Poland that did a book for Madefire. They got flown out to the San Diego Comic-Con. They got 500,000 reads in a couple of days. And if it wasn't for digital, if it wasn't for things like the Digital Comics Coalition, those girls would both just be working their little jobs in Poland. It would be an experience that they'd never have a chance to get into. So I think it's things like seeing what's happening with the Digital Comics Coalition is helping to democratize the production of comics, but it's also going to end up making a better product for the consumer. And it's a beautiful thing to see you guys all working together to make a better product for the consumer.